A UFO turns into a drone, and a lot more. Let's talk about the drones, guys. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Man, this is getting crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on. Neither does Benny. He has a better idea than I do, but what the hell is going on, guys? So I would like to show you a few mystery drone videos, and also share that they seem to be around the world, or at least people are having anomalous sightings around the world and around the U.S. So yeah, it's not just in New Jersey, but this is a really interesting video here, where we see these two objects, what appear to be anomalous objects, captured, I believe, in New Jersey above a golf course. And they're interacting with each other, and then one of them turns into what looks like a drone or a mystery drone. Let's give a watch.
It looks like a flashlight in the sky, and there is another orb up there. You see it? Right there. So there's usually another drone or spacecraft or whatever the heck that is that's next to it. I don't know, it's like they're feeding off of each other. Okay, I got the sprinklers. Here we are. Sprinklers are here. Okay, you see it? You see how it goes? See how it goes? And then it becomes a spacecraft or aircraft or whatever you want to call it, UAP. It transforms into a craft. Right in front of my eyes. Can't make this up. And there it goes. It's off. It's off. I just got drenched for being a little drone hunter, and the sprinklers are on here at the golf course.
Okay, look at that. So yeah, it becomes this drone-like thing, complete with blinking lights. Started off as this bright pulsing orb, interacting with this other orb, this other smaller object right there. And it is bright as a sun over there, a little bitty sun. And then it diminishes. It seems to change shape, and now it's got this blinking light, and as it moves along, it becomes more and more like a drone or an aircraft with this regularly blinking light. If you saw this from afar, you would probably think it was a drone or an aircraft. This is amazing footage. This is just a fascinating capture. Yeah, and look at that. I mean, that looks like a helicopter or, some other aircraft, drone, whatever. Yeah, and as it goes on, I wonder if it transforms even more into distinct red and blue lights. Really interesting. Really interesting. I mean, that's just speculation. We don't have it transforming into red and blue lights, but the quality of the video isn't that great either. But really, hats off to the lady that took this fantastic footage, because I think this is gangbusters, guys. This is gangbusters footage, which appears, I mean, we obviously still need more information, but this appears to show the phenomenon mimicking drones or aircraft. So, yeah. I mean, let me know what you think if you find that as compelling as I do, but I found that super compelling. They're in Iran, they're in China. Now, obviously, we need more information about what the hell this is. Maybe there's a mundane explanation for this footage, but it appears to show Iran shooting at some anomalous object in the sky, at least according to the information available so far. Obviously not having a lot of luck downing whatever the hell this thing is. Really interesting. That's not the only Iran sighting. Let's see. No, that's New Jersey. Where's the Iran? Here's the other Iran sighting.
Hassan Road.
Yeah, you can see this object just hanging out over what looks like a commercial area, just parked in the sky. Hard to tell if these people are observing that or not, or if they're just hanging out. It kind of looks like they're kind of watching whatever that object is, but their heads are kind of pointed downward too, so maybe not. Either way, another possible sighting of something interesting in Iran. This one is in China, in Beijing, where you see this, fleet of objects moving through the skies over Beijing. Now, they're not blinking or performing like drones, so I don't know if we can include them in the mystery drone flap or not, but it is a very overt display of something, if indeed those aren't just stars or satellites. Let me know what you think those objects are, but they could well be anomalous of some sort. And they are just all over. They're in Minnesota.
People in Northfield keep seeing mysterious lights in the nighttime sky. The sightings come as people on the East Coast report seeing large drones that they can't explain.
The East Coast sightings now have the FBI's attention, with the White House even chiming in. Fox 9's Mike Manzoni spoke with eyewitnesses in Northfield tonight, and Mike, they're not sure what they're looking at.
Yeah, but they say what they're seeing is similar, maybe not the same, but similar to what people are seeing in New York, in New Jersey. Here's one video here where you can kind of see one or two orbs kind of hovering, floating around. At times they move, eventually disappear. What are they? No one knows.
We started trying to follow them, but they won't be followed. They're kind of like they disappear.
Deborah Wagner.
Yeah, and that's backed up by something the mayor said, the governor said, the governor of New Jersey.
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. We're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure.
Yeah, and there are some that are saying these things are surveilling critical infrastructure. But there you go. These objects, once people begin to study them or surveil them, they'll go dark or vanish. I showed that one drone operator that sent his drone up to investigate one of these things, and his battery was drained of power when he sent it up. Okay, so to continue with this witness from Minnesota,
doesn't know what she keeps seeing over her Northfield home.
And then these things, whenever anybody would kind of come towards them, they'd back off.
But her daughter, Chrissy Grady, sees them too.
Are these UFOs? Are they a government thing? Like, what are they?
It's really low.
I know it is.
You gotta follow it. There's another one up there.
Oh, crap.
Chrissy and her kids took this video when they saw flashing lights that moved away after they spotted them.
Well, it obviously sees me. I gotta pretend like I'm actually driving. Watched both of them. So now there's 4.
They started seeing the lights over the summer, and now it's a nightly thing.
They would come and kind of like hover, and then we would go outside, and then they would leave.
About 1,000 miles away in New York and New Jersey, this is what people are seeing in the skies. Eyewitnesses say they look like SUV-sized drones, and those sightings now have even the White House's attention.
Obviously, this is something that DHS and FBI are tracking very, very closely.
Well, I don't want it to come closer.
As for what Chrissy and her mother, Deborah, keep seeing here in Minnesota, well, they don't know.
Right now, just the unknown is driving us crazy.
Yeah, I bet. It's driving me crazy, too. I had a buddy of mine that saw potentially one of these things, and it looks something like what some others are seeing. Yeah, here is footage of one of these objects that look very drone-like. He was seeing something similar to this over a dog park in a small town where we live in Texas, Bryan College Station. I guess it's really more of a small city, but yeah, he was seeing something like that. Over a dog park in a small town in Texas. Well, what the hell, guys? What the hell is going on? Maybe I can get my buddy to come on the show and tell you about it. Shout out to Lance. But yeah, look at that thing. Was that at one point a bright, glowing, orb-like object that changed shape into this drone? Or did it start out in life as a drone? Or a drone-like whatever? It's crazy. Yeah, we did the Beijing. Anyway, they are all over. Here we go. They're in Louisiana. These are objects in Louisiana. You can see the blinking light. Again, was that an object, a fixed object that had blinking lights 10 minutes earlier, or was that a big ball of glowing light 10 minutes earlier? But yeah, this is in Louisiana. Yeah, they're Minnesota, Louisiana. It's not just New Jersey, guys. They're potentially in Iran and Beijing and other places as well around the world. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy out there. I don't have any answers on what this is, but if you do, let me know in the comments below. It's just, this is nuts, guys. It is looking more and more likely to be anomalous, with some possibly real drones mixed in that may be government trying to figure out what the hell is going on, or to muddy the waters about what's going on. But yeah, this is looking like a giant UFO flap, or potentially, control group, UFO control group factions battling it out. And if you're new to the channel, I use the term UFO control group to talk about the shadowy group that is organizing UFO crash retrievals, reverse engineering, etc., that has been keeping this secret below these many years, that has vast power. They can order, the military to shoot these things down. They can shut out Congress. They can, decide what presidents know or don't know. They have vast power. Some call them the shadow government, or the breakaway civilization, as Richard Dolan calls them. I just call them the control group, and there do seem to be factions within that group that are at odds with each other, like the Lockheed Martin JSOC firefight, as well as other examples. Maybe possibly the push for eminent domain, trying to get what Lockheed Martin and Boeing have. Which is really interesting. Either way, so yeah, you could be seeing some factions of the control group at odds with each other. That is a suggestion brought to me by a viewer, and I think that is a very valid hypothesis, totally. But it could also be the phenomenon trying to get our attention, because that's really why I don't really believe that it's the control group trying to get attention, or the control group doing this, because whatever is doing it is trying to get attention. So it would make sense if it were Russia or China trying to make a major point, hey, don't F with us. But I just don't think they had this technology. I think that if China had this technology, that, stuff that we don't know what it is and that we can't do anything about, I think Taiwan would be part of mainland China by now. I think that Ukraine, if it was Russian, would be part of Russia by now. So this is looking more and more likely to me to be an anomalous, huge UFO flap. I don't know if it's building to anything or if it'll just fizzle away. But it is really interesting that it is happening right now, where there seems to be a power vacuum in the U.S., right at a critical juncture where there is rumors of war, and actual war, and great chaos in the world. It is dicey out there, guys. It's dicey out there, and the phenomenon may be making itself known during this dicey time for its own reasons, for good or bad. I am encouraged that if this is the phenomenon, then at least it seems to be not trying to freak people out. I mean, it's being very overt about its presence, but it's also pretending to, I better go soon. It's also pretending to be drones. It's not flying giant motherships over cities during daytime, freaking everybody the hell out, right? It's doing it at a kind of a low-key level. Okay, I better go feed a baby. All right, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I'd sure appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. All right, love you guys. Like and subscribe. Check you next time. This is Jack signing out.